Welcome to the Bachelor podcast, a show about everything but nothing at the same time. Two guys that took jobs away from their families and living the Bachelor lifestyle.
All right, this is episode 19 of the Bachelor podcast. I got Dwayne here with me. How you doing, man?
What's up, folks? It's good. I'm good.
Yeah. So I want to start this podcast off on the right note because we are a professional podcast, and we were talking, and there was I think it was a Snapchat story of Janu-Hairy, and I think I also heard it on Bobby Bones. So what Janu-Hairy, I'm sorry, this is going to be a disaster and a half, but what Janu-Hairy is when women don't shave in January.
Yeah, similar to what, is it Movember? Or?
Yeah, but that's different because guys don't shave as much as girls. And I'm talking armpits, legs. Ugh.
Well, they usually do that in November to bring awareness to men's health. So what's the purpose of Janu-Hairy?
To disgust guys, I'm guessing. It's literally the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Well, I talked to Aaron and my daughter Macy if they'd heard of Janu-Hairy, and they hadn't heard it yet. So I'm pretty skeptical of the things that you're listening to.
You listen to the same thing I do. You just
I have
don't
not heard anything about Janu-Hairy, and I didn't see any Snapchats about Janu-Hairy.
Well, either way, it's disgusting. So on the next topic, this podcast, we're mostly going to talk about workout equipment and stuff like that. And I said stuff like that already. So, would you like to start, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'm going to start. But first, I got a little bone to pick with you.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
So why in the world are you sending my wife messages through Apple Watch to Apple Watch? Why are you trying to Apple Watch friend her?
I didn't Apple Watch friend her.
She got the request.
I don't think I did.
And that's how
seriously.
And that's how you knew we got done working out on Sunday.
No, I get your request. Maybe you guys are connected to the same thing.
I don't have an Apple Watch.
Oh. Dude. So Special K's like, yeah, White's on it. And I'm like, okay. So I just figured that you had your Garmin hooked up to...
No, you connected to my wife's watch.
Well, it says I'm sorry that you share the same iTunes password or something, because I could have swore I was connecting to you.
No. See, it's a Garmin.
Well, I know what you wear, but I thought you had it connected through the Apple Health portion of it.
No. So I'm sitting there, we're cooking dinner, and then...
Well, she added me.
Landon's added me to his Apple Watch.
Well, I'm dominating.
Well... So we had a conversation because you brought that up about how Special K was saying, I'm going to stop following you because 129% is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So Aaron decided to go through and look at your goals because you can do that. And she said,
I don't know how to set up my
420 goals. Active calories, an exercise goal is 30 minutes is pretty weak. Aaron crushes you with 540 calories.
It still doesn't matter. I crush her.
You're not supposed to set up your calories goals so low by walking the vending machine or the taco stand. You meet your goal.
Hey, I've been on point.
That's coming from her.
I've been on point. All right. It's embarrassing how bad I'm like beating them. I mean, look, I had 1,200 calories. To, I guess, Ryan's 0 calories.
That's today. Look at yesterday. Look at Sunday. Let's look at Sunday.
Sunday. What's that? Yesterday?
Yeah.
1,084 calories for me. 258% to 1,077. I still beat her by 5 calories.
No.
Yeah. It's right there. So,
yours
either
is
way.
Skewed. She ran 7.5 miles yesterday.
It says 8 miles indoor, so maybe she should have ran faster and burnt more calories. I don't know.
Either way, stop messaging my wife on her iPhone or Apple Watch.
This is Special K's fault because he's the one that told me that you were on there.
Well,
so,
the last time you guys were friends on Instagram, she had to delete you.
Because she said I wasn't posting interesting stuff. I hardly ever post on Instagram. I don't get on Instagram to post pictures of me. I already know how ugly I am. I don't need to post anymore. But either way, now that we got that over, so when I work out, you get notifications right?
No.
The other people get notifications.
Okay.
Well, Special K was like, dude, stop working out so early in the morning. Because I guess it wakes him up. And it's like 30 minutes before he has to be at work. So I don't know why he's complaining.
He's up because they get up at like 4 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying.
And he does his little week run and nothing else. Of course, I know he's recovering and all, but he needs to step up his game.
Yeah, he definitely does. I need some more competition. So if anybody has an Apple Watch, hit us up on the socials, and I'm going to beat you until February. But I'm going to be kind of laid up a little bit. But back to the equipment, Jim, or the equipment. We were going to talk about what we want, like in our home gym.
So, from what I understand, this is a dream gym. If had no money, or
no, I wouldn't say
not no money, but money wasn't a thing, right?
Well,
so you can get whatever you want.
This is a little bit more like what I find as needs or whatever to actually have some sort of like a functional fitness gym. So number one is the rack, which I'm sure you would agree with, because not only can you do just squats with it, you can do bench press with it, you can hang rings on there, do ring dips, pull-ups. I mean,
yeah, and if you got the right height, ceiling, which as people can see right now if they're watching YouTube, you don't have the height to do muscle-ups, but definitely a rack that you can do muscle-ups on. That's one thing I'm lacking in mine is I don't have any type of rack. So I went just to do squats. I got a hip belt that I use for squats, standing on 2 box jumps.
Yeah,
it's kind of tricky.
Seems dangerous. But yeah, that goes on to box. Any kind of box, which you can make them fairly cheap. I had one made, which I think you have now.
Yes, I do have it, since you got the more upgraded Rogue version.
It's just a box that has Rogue on it and costs like $50 more because it has Rogue painted on it.
Well, the guy that made this, I think he put extra lumber in there because some gun is heavy.
It's a solid one. Hey, you wanted it. So either way, barbell and weights, sandbag, which I'm talking more the sandbag that you have. I
have 2 different ones though. So I have the red one that we've used in some workouts. That's made by Brute Force. And then I have another one by Strong Fit, which is a 100-pound sandbag. That, let me tell you, remember that one workout we did where it was squat, carry, squat, carry for 8 minutes as long as you can go? Yeah, I beat you on that one too.
I don't think you did. Have you seen the new Rogue bags, kind of like the Strong Fit ones?
They're super nice and also super expensive.
No, they're not too bad. I mean, if you're looking at it as it's just the bag and you have to buy the sand to put it in it, yes, I feel like it's a little bit much. But and then some kind of cardio equipment. Of course, CrossFit, they're more on the whole rower / assault bike type. That's the main types of CrossFit or cardio equipment that you get in CrossFit.
But I think you have to look at also, but they are so expensive, but super cool to run on, is like the Freeform.
Yeah, you're talking
treadmills,
$3,000 to $5,000. So
I ran on one in boots, and it was awesome because part of the training with this marathon yesterday, we were supposed to get in 7.5 miles. Well, if you're not from Missouri or either northern Missouri, north of Columbia, we got close to, I don't know, probably 12 to 15 inches of snow.
Yeah, we got like 15 here.
And the roads just weren't clear enough yet, even by Sunday, to get on the road and run. So I had to run 7.5 mind-numbing miles on a flipping treadmill. Yeah. It was so boring. I don't know if a true form would be better, but at least I could probably do it at the house and have stuff turned on that I want to watch or look at. But those, I would put that behind a rower and a air assault bike, just for the fact of a majority of the time we can get outside and run. Yeah. The rower it's completely different. If anyone's ever been on it, it's a different burn than a run. You can really get the heart rate up quickly and maintain it a lot longer. Of course, there's a lot less force on the body. And it's more of an overall cardio, I think.
Yeah, I would say that I mean, my top, I hate the salt bike mostly because it just hurts. But I would choose rower, which also happens to be what I'm the best at. So that's the reason why I would choose it.
Well, the concept too. I've been on the one with the water. It's got the bowl
Yeah,
with
I've
water.
tried
It's
one of
just
those before.
weird.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it kind of jerks a little bit. It's not a smooth transition.
But definitely that's on one of our top ones to get here soon is a rower.
Yeah. We're actually probably going to get like a spin bike. I'm trying to talk the wife into it right now. So give me something to do while I'm rehabbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, and then of course we travel a lot. And I'm not talking like necessarily camper gym because we have discussed what we have there at the camper. But for me, for travel, I would like to see like something that you can carry in a truck or like an SUV or something. That's what most people drive nowadays. Sandbags, like the brute force one. That's a good one. I wouldn't recommend the
It's just
strong
a
fit one.
50 pounder.
Yeah.
It's not. It's easy to move around. It's small. It doesn't take up much room. You can lug it around easy.
Yeah.
I would say also, and I've taken this before because we've gone on those 2-week trips where we're hanging out with a bunch of folks, and all you have is get out there and do push-ups, sit-ups, and 2-mile run, or you can be a little bit creative and do some burpees, and I don't know. We've done some handstand push-ups leaned up against a tree, but is a medicine ball.
Yeah.
Medicine ball is pretty easy to take, and I'll throw this out there. If you want a challenge, take a medicine ball, a 20-pound medicine ball, and just run a mile.
No, thank you.
Just run 1 mile.
I have enough issues running a mile.
It's miserable.
Yeah.
It just gets difficult to hold a daggum ball, and then you don't know, can you put it on your shoulder? Can you hold it to your chest?
I mean, I know it would get tired, but I would rather carry it on a shoulder because they are kind of big too. I mean,
They're just
size,
awkward.
but
I mean, I've done it with a pack on. I've ran 5Ks and further with a 35-pound ruck. I've done the Baton Death March with a 55-pound ruck. Putting it on the back, it still stinks, but you carry that stupid medicine ball. You just have to carry it with your hands. It's a pain in the butt.
I kind of like Josh Bridges' little
You got the old school rucksack frame.
Yeah, with the weight or with the
piece of metal
that you can put weights on, so like a 45 or something. I like that a little bit, but I would also say like dumbbells. Dumbbells are small, don't take up a lot of space, and I mean, depending on your strength level, I would say like a 35, a 50, and a 75 would get you done. Not even that, but
another one I think is super easy. Anyone, you can take this thing anywhere, and it's always a good cardio, is just a jump rope.
Yeah,
of some kind. There's so many things you can do out there with a jump rope and get that heart rate up, and probably you need to work on your double unders. But
I gave up on like there's certain things that I've given up on life now. Handstand push-ups, I've done them. I've done double unders, and I've done, what is the other thing I don't do anymore? I can't remember. There was something else that I had right before I started talking. I know I'm distracting even to myself, but yeah, I consider them not my type of functional fitness.
Well, and just, back to the dumbbell thing, if you're going to stay at a hotel, a lot of time those hotels have dumbbells. And one good workout that I like to do, and I've done, is like a 21-15-9 where you're running 400 meters in between. So it's 21 thrusters, 400-meter run. 15, and then 400, 9, 400. And that'll put you on your
I like the old, I don't know, I've heard, they're called man makers. I've heard them called devils, something or another. Basically, it's a burpee with the barbells dumbbells, and the dumbbells fall you, and you do a push press at the end. They're horrible.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They wreck you, and you don't even have to have but 25s.
There's the 7 minutes of fun.
No, there's no such thing as 7 minutes of fun.
All out, as hard as you can go. 7 minutes, as many burpees.
Yeah, no, I don't do burpees.
Is that the other one that you?
No, I think it was.
Out?
Did I say handstand push-ups?
You did.
Okay, then I'll keep thinking maybe. But hotel gyms. We are in hotels occasionally. I don't travel as much as I used to, but I have a feeling I might be in a hotel for a very long time. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah, we'll have to this is going to be different. I don't know. Maybe where you're going, if you get a weekend off, we can meet somewhere in Louisiana and pick up some crawfish because it'll be about the time that they're in.
Yeah, I might be having a crawfish boil here coming up too, by the way. Good thing is my dad doesn't listen to this podcast, so it's for him. Hopefully he doesn't listen.
I thought he watched it on YouTube.
I don't know. Either way, I ruin the surprise if he does. I don't know. But yeah, those are my big gym, like, the travel, the hotel, and then the home gym.
So what's your thoughts on weight as far as having the actual bumper plates? What's your hey, I think I got enough that at least 2 people can work out and put some weight
well, it
on.
depends. I mean, your heaviest lift for me anyways is deadlift. I can't squat very heavy. Bench is, yeah. So depends. 2 guys, I think if you're deadlifting 315 for for a workout, I think that's about as max as you need to go.
So you're saying having at your house only 315 pounds worth of weight?
Well, no, I would say more. Or for one person, yes. I mean, well, no, because I like to max out every once in a while. So at least 500.
I was going to say about 500 and 2 bars, and you don't have to worry about like what we do, where we have to start on different parts of the workout and try to not get in each other's way.
And you can find fairly cheap ones too. You don't have to buy Rogue. Rogue's more of a name. I mean, they do have good equipment, but
yeah,
I mean,
you can't say that when you have this big rack over here of Rogue Fitness.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like Titan Fitness.
They're getting sued.
Oh, Titan Fitness?
Yeah, Rogue's suing them
for probably because they made stuff exactly like Rogue. Maybe.
Yeah, for cheaper.
So, I mean, there's different brands out there. Right Fitness, I think, is what we had there at the work gym. Little place in St. Louis carries a lot of that equipment.
Yeah, I went down there and bought a package from them. It was a small one, but to get my gym started, I bought several weights.
Show Me Weights or something.
Show Me Weights. It's out there in St. Louis.
So it's not, I mean, they all work. You're not a high level athlete, so you don't need like fancy weights, the colored plates and stuff like that. Plus, I prefer like the high temp one, the Rogue ones that we have here.
No, they work.
Compared to like I just don't like those thick colored ones, they're harder to get off the barbell and stuff. But anyways, now on to the next portion.
Hey, minimize that real quick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We're real professional here.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna take this break here and crack this.
What where's? Oh,
you don't like Killcliff.
Huh?
I like to say this is brought to you by Killcliff, but it's not. It would be super cool if it was, but if you've never tried it, it's pretty good. You can get them at Hy-Vee.
I prefer Fit Aid.
They got too much sugar. Can't have sugar right now.
Speaking
of which, I'll take this pause. So this is your friendly reminder. Make sure and log those miles. Make sure and log those hand release push-ups.
Oh, yeah.
And if you've chosen to give something up for the month, make sure you're logging that too. Just your friendly reminder.
I have given up stuff, but I'm not logging it. But I'm constantly reminded to log it. But going on, and this is part of the gym, I like to relax. So steam room would be kind of difficult for home, but they sell those infrared saunas that are like $1,000.
Yeah.
And we actually had one in this house when we bought it, but the old lady sold it or gave it to her son. So I thought I was actually going to get one. I was pretty stoked about it. But
for a minute there, when you said the old lady, I thought you were going with
my wife.
Your wife. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
And on the opposite side of that, and you've probably seen this before, is those cold submersion baths that people are taking like.
I don't do cold. I would prefer hot.
Doing freezers,
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing this challenge, and for 4 weeks, it's called the Cold Water Challenge. Have you heard of this?
No, it sounds horrible though.
Well, for me, I can go without sleep, I can go without food, and I don't get too cranky. If I can't take a good hot shower at least every couple days, I know. It's something I need to work on. You call me what you want, but I can keep
I
going
guarantee I'm
on something
worse
like that.
with showers.
So this cold water challenge is the first week is take your warm shower, and at the end of it, turn the water to cold and just sit in there for 15 seconds every day for the first week.
No, I don't even like it.
And then the second week, you bump it up to 30 seconds.
No, this is stupid.
Third week, 45 seconds. And last week, for a full minute.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to help with your metabolism. It's supposed to fire up your body. It's supposed to have a lot of therapeutic help. I don't know if it does or not. There was one time the first time I got so cold, I was shaking when I got out of a hot shower. It was miserable. But it has gotten better.
It's no different than, like, I like to go to, like, at the home gym, or I mean not my home gym, but the YMCA there in Jefferson City. They've got a sauna and a steam room, and I like to do that. And then when I go take a shower, it's always cold compared to, like, whatever, I don't even know. It feels like it's 400 degrees in that sauna, but it's pretty relaxing. And I'll do like a sauna, or I'll do mostly the steam room and the jacuzzi. They got like a little jacuzzi in there, but I try to do 20 minutes.
I don't like getting overheated like that, but I've had, have you heard this about that hot yoga? Have you ever been to one?
No, when we worked at our old job, the two females that were in charge of us, they side note, I saw that she was doing a competition or something in Kansas City, CrossFit competition.
Yeah, but she does quite a few of those.
They were doing hot yoga, and I always said I would show up in a leotard to hot yoga. Or not, is it a leotard? I don't know.
Tights? Yoga pants?
No, this was straight leotard, like a one-piecer.
Oh.
But that's what, maybe a tutu on there too.
Now, Erin's done it with her friends, and she loved it.
And I don't mind, like, yoga is definitely something that I've only done a few times, and I didn't mind it. I mean, my best.
It's a workout. It's a different workout. I mean, you're definitely stretching your muscles and
it's
in
probably
awkward positions for a long time that you feel like, what am I doing? Or hopefully nobody's watching. But you know what? Everyone's probably feeling the same thing.
I like what is it called? The Savasana at the very end where you lay there, dead man's pose.
Namaste?
No, Savasana. I don't know. It's like the dead man pose at the very end. But actually, speaking of yoga, another thing which I know you dabbled, is I used your account to try it. Ramwad, which is kind of like the CrossFit version of yoga of sorts.
We're back into it with all the running we're doing. Yeah. We're trying to get more. I can definitely get more flexible. My wife, she's already there. I hate her when she does that.
Yeah, but it's definitely those are the type of things that, I don't know, I probably need to try to work on a little bit, especially, but I don't know how much surgery is going to take out from that. But
something else we haven't talked about the home gym is flooring.
Yeah, flooring. The best flooring to get, to me, like, you can buy like the actual made for gym flooring, but any kind of like
stall mats
from like an Orscheln's.
Yeah, they have a good price. Something else I like that you actually have in your home gym right now is this lifting platform.
Yeah, which we are setting on. So
we are.
There's a lot of lifting happening right now.
It's Pummel's gym. You've even got it marked.
Yeah, that was kind of. I always wanted to do one, and when I was looking at the platforms, a lot of them had it. So I found a real simple design with the barbell, the weights kind of look like a barbell. And I wanted to keep it simple because I didn't know how it would turn out if you put too much,
You guys did good. Is this you and your dad's project? Or?
Well, the wife did most of it was pretty tedious to do the actual emblem on there. So she helped out a lot on that. There are a few things I would like to make it shorter and just have the lifting platform itself. I don't feel like I had to go all the way underneath the rack. I realized we did that because we didn't bolt the rack to the floor, but that rack, it's a monster rack. That's actually the name of it. It doesn't move too much, even with my weight on it. So,
well, that's what I was thinking about, because we've looked at getting those racks you can put on the wall that fold down. I don't know if I want one of those. I think I would rather have a full rack, but I don't want to drill holes in my floor.
Yeah.
So you think that one, if you were trying to do a muscle up?
Well, of course, height-wise, no. But, yeah, definitely, I would say. And then you got the ones that come either off the ceiling or off the wall, too, that seem to be somewhat stable. I mean, you'll have to put some backing on there. But I would say that actually the racks that drill to the wall, I think, would probably be the best.
I don't think you need a whole spot.
I don't think you need a whole rig, but
don't tell me what you think I want.
Well, I'm just telling you.
I want the Castro rig outside.
Yeah, that would be nice, but we live in Missouri, so I don't really know how well that would hold up to weather. It'd have to be somewhat covered, I would think.
They're made in Ohio.
That doesn't mean anything.
They have bad weather up there.
Yeah, but I don't see probably too many people out there. Castro has it out there in California, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm not moving to California.
Yeah, no, thank you. But speaking of CrossFit, though, the 17th, I think it is, another sanctional event, Wadapalooza, which has kind of been one that comes
Miami.
out. Yeah, Miami, I think. And I think it's January 17th or 19th or somewhere around there. But, I mean, there's all kinds of, they're calling them sanctionals, going on until like June. I think that finalizes with the Granite Games, which is also another CrossFit Games like event that they had, and I don't know. I think we should go to Reykjavik, Iceland.
Let's make one that we'll actually go to. I thought we were going to try to go to
the Columbus one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. Actually, St. Cloud, Minnesota, though, that shouldn't be too far either, I wouldn't think. But we definitely have a few things that we'd like to do, that, and then, of course, try to do some kind of podcast convention of sorts, so that way we could kind of learn a little bit more.
And actually, on CrossFit and talking about all these sanctioned events, the actual open, which is more for everyone, just to kind of, if you got friends, you want to go against each other, you want to go, see where you stand in the state, see where you stand in military, law enforcement. I mean, they got all kinds of different categories, even age group. It kicks off February 21st.
I don't believe I will be doing it this year.
You're going to be sidelined with an injury.
So, but yeah, it's good. Hopefully you can actually finish a full open.
I have finished an open.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The first one I was in where you didn't know I entered, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first one. I've done like the last 2 or 3 years, I think. Either way, so with this surgery that's coming up, I've been trying to cut some weight. So,
well, I know you're no fried shows till February.
Well,
or did you already break that?
No, I have not. The diet's not really on point. I'm doing more intermittent fasting. Which is like about an 18-hour fast is what I'm trying out.
For how many days?
It's how many days as I can go. I've only started tracking it on like the Zero app for the last 3 days, but I've done it this whole last week plus some, I think.
And we had a conversation. You put all your weight on me, meaning it was my fault that you bulked up as much as you did.
You put something else on me. I can't remember what it was. But so I was just pointing out, if somebody's at fault, it would be you for showing me Bowtown Brewing. So, because it was not anywhere on my way from work or from my camper to work. So you're definitely at fault for that. Speaking of being fat, I had my physical for my job this last weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Over the weekend.
How did that go?
Well, I was sitting there waiting for my blood draw, my HIV draw, and I'm got to fill out this paper of pre-existing conditions or something. And one of them was thyroid. I don't really know much about thyroid, but I know that fat people always say that they have thyroid problems. So I was like, should I check this since I'm fat? And got a pretty good chuckle out of the ladies. So
it might be something you need to check, though.
Probably, but who cares? I work out a lot. and I eat a lot. Not so much anymore. One thing I do like about the intermittent fasting, which I don't know, I don't get my calories in at all because I'm not hungry. My first meal is like 250 calories, and maybe another. I might hit 1,000 calories a day.
I'd be interested to see what would happen to you if you went straight keto.
Well, I'm going to start implementing keto this month, and then surgery. I'm going to do the carnivore diet, which is like the more extreme keto with zero carbs. Well, there'll be some carbs. I think it's like less than 10 or 15. But
I know a lot of people have had some good luck with keto.
And I'm doing that mostly because the energy levels, I'm not going to be working out, so I don't have to worry about sustaining. Because if I'm full on working out, I can't do keto. I've tried it. It just drains me, and I have no energy left. So I got to have some carbs.
No, you don't. That's all in your head.
No, it's literally...
you didn't even give it a chance.
I did.
No.
Well, either way. So with the surgery, though, I would like to point out, I got my doctor's note.
Finally?
Yeah. And I had to send it into work. And it's the very first line. It says, "This is a very pleasant 34-year-old right-hand dominant male." I haven't, like, as soon as I read that, because I wasn't like rude, but, I was a little angry about the whole situation to the doctors at first. So I was like, are they making fun of me? Like, and I guess that's just how the doctors speak on, but when I first read it, and even my medic that read it too, she's like, he's not pleasant at all. So I got a good laugh out of that. But yeah, I'm actually nervous for this surgery for the first time. I started doing a little bit more research on what I can do and what I can't do, and it's bad. Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, you're not gonna
like the surgery itself's
around.
not bad, but the recovery is horrible.
Yeah,
and I'm a big baby.
You're not going to be able to do the things that you think you're going to be able to do. It's just going to be too painful.
I don't know.
I'm still going to jack it up.
Well, no, I'm not. I am going to follow the rules. That is a game plan. So, but I'm just looking at some of the things. It's like 10 days without any sort of cardio. Like no walking, no biking.
Yep.
You're just laid up for 10 days.
Been there, done that.
I don't know if I could do that. But
so
yeah.
You're just going to be a real treat to be around.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking, what do you think? What do you think about doing a post-surgery podcast?
Like when you're all
I have surgery on February 4th. February 4th. What do you think about, like, I don't know how long the surgery takes, but I would say I'd be done by noon.
Landon's high as a kite. Let's do this.
Like a post-surgery, and I'll be in my sling and probably drugged up. I think we should do that. Or do you think we should probably hit that Sunday?
Well, we'll just see where you're at.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely going to continue. This is my intent of putting out an episode at least once a week.
I can say, when you said that you were a baby and that you're going to be a grouch, when I had my surgery, I was a senior in college. It was right before my senior year kicked off, and I was pretty active back then even, and I was just down and out and bummed, and my girlfriend at the time, who's my wife now.
That's good.
Erin got tired of me being such a grouch and being a bum. She bought me a little pup lab to bring me out. And she said, I can't remember what she said or how she put it up, but basically she stop whining and do something.
Yeah. So I mean, you're talking. And then 6 weeks for running. Not that I'm a big runner, but I've been kicking up the running a little bit.
Yeah, she's seen your time on your run too.
That's okay. So whatever this app is, I don't know what it is, but the other day I ran an 8-minute 2-mile or an 8-minute mile on the treadmill. I realize that you're totally against treadmills and you don't believe what time they are. It's clocking me in at like a 10-minute, and I know what a 10-minute mile feels like. It's not. It's a lot. What I'm doing is a lot faster than that. But I'm not going to I try to average 3 miles. So at least 3 miles in 30 minutes is what I try to average. So about an 8 to 9 minute mile, and then I walk right afterwards. So I get about 3.5 miles in, but like my watch says like 2.5. So I don't know what it is, but I swear my times are better than hers. I will beat her.
Oh, you're throwing a challenge down with a run with my wife?
Yeah. Maybe I should do it the day after surgery to give her a little chance to maybe catch me.
I think you're biting off more than you can chew.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have been so hateful.
First of all, one, you hate to lose to anybody.
Yeah, so I will kill myself to win.
Second of all, you even hate it worse when a girl beats you.
I wouldn't say
Oh,
that.
yes, you
No.
do. Yes, you
I
do.
am really big in supporting females and their endeavors. So that is definitely not the case.
Say what you want, but when someone starts beating you, especially if you just shut down, you quit.
I mean,
and
there's
go
all
to
kinds
a
of
crawl.
there's all kinds of CrossFit girls that beat me all the time. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Okay,
I support women in sports.
whatever you got to tell yourself.
But either way, yeah. So finishing up 6 months before I can lift on that shoulder, and then like another 6 months, so a total of 12 months before I'm supposedly fully rehabbed and ready to go back into it. I mean, all these times depend on that, but that's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Yeah. But either way, so I think that's probably enough time. I'm guessing you guys are tired of hearing us.
Yeah.
So I think we should probably end this. So on socials, Instagram, we are the Geo Bachelors, and then Facebook, all the podcast sites, we are the Geo Bachelors podcast.
Yeah, please like, subscribe, get on there and leave us comments, remarks, what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear. What kind of challenge should we throw at Pummel before he goes to his surgery? Let's see if we can beat him down a little bit more. I've already one's out there. Well, I'll have to set up that 3 mile race because you said you like to go 3 miles. So we'll let the wifey kick your butt at 3 miles,
Well,
so
I'm
you
not
feel
running
real
in
good
17
about yourself.
I'm not
into
running
the,
in 70. I know I can run faster than her. I'm not worried about it. I am sneaky fit. So
Anyway.
even out of shape and 40 pounds overweight, I still will beat her.
Hun, you heard that. So let's do this and put him down.
So
Anyway, thanks for listening, and we will see you next week.
all right, ready? Yep.